need that command?
To copy the files from one server to another server, or some uh, local mission to server.
That, your local machine also is server, okay?
Yes, sir.
Transferring files or directories from different servers.
Yes, sir.
So that's the main usage of SCP and rsync.
Okay.
Now you know the difference between SCP and rsync, right? So SCP
Yes,
and
sir.
rsync both is used for transferring a file from one server to another server. If it's a large file or large content, so instead of using SCP, we can use rsync because it will compare and copy. That's the major difference between these two. Now we should, okay, now you should have the requirement, okay, what type of requirement you are having. So for example, you want to copy a file from server A to server B. First, you should know where that file is located in your local machine. Local machine is nothing but your server A. So you should get the path of that file first. For example, in downloads, you have one file. That file needs to be transferred to EC2 machine. So first you need to go to the downloads. Then you will run this scp command. Write scp-i pem file followed with your file name. Inside downloads, what file you want to transfer. What is your source file? That source file has to be mentioned and followed with user at server. That means your destination where you want to copy. User at server colon slash in which path inside that server. If I want to copy to a dedicated path, that path has to be mentioned. For example, slash home slash ubuntu, you want to copy a file from your downloads to that path. Then user at the red server colon slash home slash ubuntu. That's it. It will transfer a file from your local machine to the remote machine to the dedicated path. What confusions here?
Sir, can you please show me in?
Yesterday I give an example, right?
Yes, sir.
What confusion you are having it right now? Where you are failing to execute the command, what error you are getting. You should observe the error first. Simply if you run the command, if it's executed, that's not the way of learning the commands, right? If it's
Yes, sir.
executed or if you're getting any error, why the error is coming, what error it's saying, each error will have, you know, description. Okay, it will show like, okay, source file not found or no files or directories. Something it will show in error message. By looking at the error message, you should identify, okay, I forgot to mention the source file or some syntax you missed it in mid between. Maybe if an I flag, maybe you missed it, or PEM file, maybe you used wrong file, or the source file, or the destination server path. Somewhere you missed something. What error you are getting?
Uh, I will do the same now, and
No, no, no. See, whenever you are getting an error, please capture it. Take a
okay.
screenshot because see, that's your evidence, right? Yesterday you got some error and today you got some more error, right? See,
Yes, sir.
that's the troubleshooting. So once you troubleshoot that kind of error, next time if you face same kind of issue, easily you can identify that, okay, this error means this is the issue. So that's why always observe error. If you are not getting any error, that's waste. If you're getting error, if you troubleshoot, that is like permanent memory solution for any of the execution commands, because that will be stored in your memory, right?
Yes,
Because
sir.
in one go if you run all the commands, that won't be what I can say, that won't be stored much in your memory space, right? Because you executed, it's done. Search it, why I am getting this error. Okay, I am following the proper syntax. Okay, if I am following the proper syntax, why this is error is coming, what error message is saying? No such file or directory. If it's saying no such file or directory means what? Okay, the source file what I'm providing, maybe it's not present. Okay, then you have to do ls and see whether that file is present in my present working directory. Sometimes maybe our present working directory will be in a different location. So all these things are troubleshooting, right?
Okay, sir.
What about others? Have you tried SCP, rsync, passwordless authentication? Any questions? Did you understand passwordless authentication, how it will work, password authentication, how it will work, and PEM file authentication?
Yes, sir, passwordless authentication, it worked. Sir, I just had one doubt. How to enable the password authentication again? I mean, in case if we have to revert that back. Because I did some Google and tried
Password
to.
authentication, it's already enabled, right?
Yes, sir.
See, password authentication, it's already enabled, but for some particular user only, you make it as passwordless authentication. Remember that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
inside Ubuntu user, that SSH folder only you configured it. That means for Ubuntu user only, it's passwordless authentication. Try to create another user.
Yes, sir. I did the same thing. I did this passwordless authentication for another user
No,
and
no,
for
no. Another
Ubuntu.
user don't do the passwordless authentication. What I'm suggesting, another user make it as password authentication. Now you have three methods, right? For the same server, you can log into the same server by using PEM file. Also, for the same server, for the Ubuntu user, you made it as passwordless authentication. You can log into that server for Ubuntu user without password and create one more user, dev user, and create the password. Then log in with the dev user with password authentication. Three methods for a single server.
Okay, got it, sir. Yeah, I will
You
do that.
got it?
Yes,
Because
I'm sure.
whatever the changes you are making it, right? It's user specific. It's not a global. Remember that part, right?
Yes, got it.
All SSH connections is user specific. If you log into a remote server, specifically you are mentioning one user, right? That user, the changes whatever you are making it, that will be applicable for that user only. It's not like global. If you're changing, if you're making any authentication methodology, particular user, that particular user only having the changes. If you're creating one more user, that user will have different methodology. Okay.
Yes, got it. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try that again. I did the
Yeah.
same thing, and then I wanted to revert that, so I didn't face any.
Revert back means just that's it. Remove your fingerprint. That's it. Nothing else.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. I tried by uncommenting that permit
See,
login password or
yeah,
something.
it's
That thing it
very
worked.
simple. If you compared with your mobile phones, right? See, earlier, if your mobile phone locking system, right? If your locking system, you have a pin, you have a password, you have fingerprint, right? Also, you have face ID.
Yes, sir.
By using four methods, also you can unlock your phone, right?
Yes,
By using pin also you can unlock. By using password also you can unlock. By using face ID also you can unlock. By using fingerprint also you can unlock. Similarly, SSH also three. By using password, by using passwordless, by using PAM file authentication.
yes,
If you
got
want to make it face ID authentication or fingerprint authentication, first you need to configure it, right? That means go to the settings, then security, over there fingerprint, then you need to add your different types of matches, right? You have to make it as 100%, then the fingerprint is getting added to your mobile phone. After that, once you enable that fingerprint authentication enabled, then only you can unlock your phone via fingerprint. Similarly, like this also, inbuilt as a default, PAM file authentication is enabled. Passwordless authentication or password authentication is not enabled yet. So first you need to make it as configuration changes. That configuration changes is nothing but sshd underscore config. Similarly, like how you were having a settings in mobile, right? So now once you make the authentication mechanism as password authentication, then only you can make it as passwordless, right? Because password means fingerprint. That fingerprint we are adding it. First make the changes as a password, then make it as a passwordless.
Yes, sir. Got it.
That
That does.
real time, then it will be very easy and understandable.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yep.
Thank
Hi, sir. My question is related to soft link, sir. So
Hmm.
yesterday I just pinged you. So regarding that soft link, I created the file and executed that file soft link, and again I just changed the directory name. Then it is not working properly. So again after
Yeah.
that I changed
See,
it to same name. Then it is working, sir.
just think here. Okay. Just compare with another example. Soft link is nothing but shortcut, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Shortcut to a file.
Yes, sir.
You have a different directories. Inside that you have one file. You are making shortcut for that directory path to somewhere else. You are making
Yes.
one short link, soft
Yes.
link.
Yes, sir.
That means you are going to the destination via one road. Instead of that, you are making very shortcut to reach the destination like one Karu path, right? That Karu path also having one direction, right?
Yes, sir.
So now your soft link is getting referenced by one path. For example, slash home, slash Ubuntu, slash D1, inside that F1 file. Okay. Now what you have done, D1 is changed to D2, right?
No, sir. Actually, I created in the main. I changed the main directory name.
Whatever. See,
It was
you changed home directory,
okay.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Slash home, slash Ubuntu, slash D1, you have inside that F1, right? Now
No,
soft
sir.
link is created.
S- no, sir. Actually, I created that one folder practice. Okay, practices. Inside that D1 and inside
Great.
that D2, sir.
Okay. So
So I
practice
wanted to change
D1,
that practices
D2,
as a practice.
practices as a practice. That's why
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying, okay, just think like practices, you changed it to practice, but soft link is referred as practices slash D1 slash D2, right?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Now that link, now the chain is completely detached because folder is not present because practices is not there. So where can I refer? You understand that? Because
Ye-
it's a path. If you observe LSI for Nyal, that soft link is getting redirected to the path which one you have given.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Right now, in the chain, one of the chain link was detached. Now the path
Yes.
is completely invalid. So that's why soft link won't work. If you change the file name, if you change the intermediate directory also, if you change the parent directory also, it won't work because it's getting referred with the complete channel. In that channel, if you rename or if you delete anything, it won't work. Not only the main file, okay, the main file where it's located, that path also, it matters. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions with relates to any Linux command? Did you understand all the Linux commands so far, whatever we have covered from the day 1 to yesterday? Any questions regarding on any commands you can ask?
Sir, could you explain less command, how it will work?
More and less.
Yes.
See, more and less is like a page wise display. You
Sir,
have
could you show
100 lines
me
of
the
content. Okay. You have 500 lines of content. If you do a cat, total 500 lines of content will be displayed in a single go, right?
yes.
That means if you scroll, you can able to view. But instead of cat, if you use more, first page will be displayed. For example, Okay, 30 lines per page only fitted into my terminal, right? Just think about that. Okay, 30 lines can be fitted into single page. 30 lines will be visible. Then if I press enter, that means it's in a readable mode. In another way, okay, if I give one example, you have one booklet, okay, 10 pages of booklet. Okay, cat is nothing but booklet will be opened all the pages at a time. Okay, so 10 pages will be opened in a single go, but more and less will be displayed page by page. First page, then if you click enter, next page, the next line will be goes down. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೀಡಬಲ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಓಕೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜ್, ಓಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ viewed, now I want to see the next page content, then click enter, like that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Got it.
I will show, no worries. Let me check whether that server. Okay, let me take some content. Okay, if I do cat, it will display the complete file content, right? From here to here, up to here. So instead of that, if I use more F1, see, 51% of your, okay, from the bottom or from the top, it's showing, yeah, from the top. So 51% of content it's displaying. See here, more 51% step into a captivating. So some information about that blog. Okay. So now if you click enter, say 54, 57, 60, 3% or around 5% of content will be visible for your read mode, right? So it could be help for identifying, debugging some of the log files, right? If you want to see it from the beginning, ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫೈಲೇ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 pages ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ pages then go for more or less, right? But more or less ಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what's the difference between more and less? What's difference between more and less? Don't know. Is it covered less?
It's not correct, sir.
It's not covered. Then who asked?
No, sir.
Okay, extra. Somebody asked, right? How less works. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು?
Sir, it's me.
Bindu. Where you saw this? Have you used anywhere?
No, sir, I haven't used. But I have some doubt. Yes.
Yeah. Where did you observe this less? While Googling or while looking at
Yeah.
articles? How you will came to know that okay, less command is there?
No, Siddesh sir has explained about this.
Less. It's covered.
Yes, yes. No, not covered
Okay.
fully.
But he explained.
Yes, a briefly he explained.
Okay. Now it's clear. More and less. We have two
Yes, sir, clear.
commands. More file name or less file name. The difference is if you use more file name only, you can do what? Weaving only once. That means you can click enter and you can weave once. Up arrow and down arrow. We have arrows, right? If you click down arrow, it will be exit directly. But if you use less F1, you can weave the content from top to bottom or bottom to top. You can see I can able to scroll down using down arrow and also up arrow. Okay, that's difference between less and more. Clear?
Yes.
End. But in more, it will be displayed as percentage wise. Okay. Any other questions? See, don't hesitate to ask any questions. ಅದೆಂತ ಸಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಕೇಳಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಕೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್.
Sir, can you repeat once again more?
More.
Yes.
More and less are used to view the files in a page wise. Okay, if you use more F1, see first page how much it can be fitted, only that much it will be visible now. Okay, 51%. If you see here, 51% of content of your file 1 will be visible. Next you can click enter. See 54. It's like going down now, right? Just I'm pressing enter. So once it's completed, it will show done. Similarly, less F1. This one also will show the first page content. Then you can use enter or down arrow or up arrow, anything. But in more, you can use only enter. If you use down arrow, it will be exit directly. It will display all the content once, then it will exit.
But in less, we can use down arrow as
Down
well
arrow,
as.
up arrow, as well
Okay.
as enter also. Okay, that's the
Okay.
difference. That means
Yes.
you can use the you
And it
can
won't
view
show
the
in
file
percentage wise.
percentage. No, because
No.
uh, it will give you a functionality like you can view the page up to the from the top to bottom, bottom to top also. So that's why it won't display as a percentage wise, because it will have both the functionalities, right? So that's why. But in more, only from top to bottom. So that's why it will show the percentage first. 51% of page is viewing now. Next, if you click enter, okay, 54 percentage viewed, 58, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, this is very rare scenario while observing the log files. Basically, we'll use this more or less. Very rare. Out of 100, maybe 10%. That's for troubleshooting. If you have very lengthy files, very long files during that time, if you want to view the page from only beginning level, what happened with respect to the server, then go for more or less. Any other questions?
Uh, Sir, in password authentication, in that I'm getting like permission denied, sir. So,
That means configuration issue.
okay. Sir, actually, I'm trying this Linux, sir. I don't have Ubuntu. So,
Oh, okay. If you have Linux, we'll see that. Not an issue. See, from
I've executed this part.
Linux to
Sorry.
Ubuntu flavor, different flavors of Linux, configuration files will differ. Okay,
Okay, okay, sir.
let me create any one Amazon Linux system. Set Linux. Let me choose Amazon Linux. Then prepare. Do you know we can able to connect the instance directly over here also, right? Have you tried this? Connect. It will give the terminal over here itself.
Yes, sir. Tried that.
But that's not that much user friendly, right?
Yes,
Very
yes.
tiny terminal. So that's for very immediate check. If you want to check very immediately what's happening inside the server, directly you can use connect. Or sometimes if you don't want to type everything like ssh-i and all, just go for connect and copy that command and paste it in your git bash. For that reason also we can use that. Okay, let me show that. Very quick access command line. If I go to connect, here it will give, oh, directly it will connect. Yeah, here. Say ssh-i file is the name at the rate server name. Okay, if you want to copy the command, you can copy and you can paste it over here. Or you can just type -i your PEM file, not Ubuntu, EC2 user. This is the default user for Linux. Uh, User at the rate server. Yes.
Sir, CH mode.
chmod. Why? Why chmod here?
Sir, first ನಾವು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಎಚ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
No, for the first time if you are downloading it. But this is already downloaded
Yeah.
file. Right? If I check ls-l, see it's 400 only.
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay. See, if it's not connected, if it's showing an error, then that's a valid point to change it, right? If it's connecting, why you want to change it, right?
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, it will show error, permission denied with improper permissions or something. Some error it will throw if you use any other permission file. Okay, so now sudo vim /etc sshd config. Let me check configuration file first. Authentication. Okay, root login, it's there. Public key authentication, authorized files. Password authentication, no. I will make it as is now. Yes. Then permit empty passwords, no. Let us try with only one changes first. Then say sudo service ssh restart. Okay, ssh.service not found. Maybe here sshd. Yes, sshd.service is restarted. Similarly, let me create add user test. Is it created? Sudo user add test already. Okay, sudo password test test 1 2 3 test 1 2 3. All authentication token updated successfully. Sudo add user test sudo. I hope this won't work. Yeah, bad names. Okay, it won't support. If you want to add to the group, we have to use -g, uh, not similar like Ubuntu over here. So sudo user mode -a -g Group name is, first we need to see the group name. Cat slash etc group. Root, it's not required. Let me check once. Okay, user mode -ag sudo user mode -ag sudo, then username is test. Yep, sudo does not exist. Is it for Ubuntu? Ah, oh, okay. Like procedure. Enter the sudo group. That one shortcut is there. Let me check that. Wheel. We need to add it to the wheel. Less user one, less. Let me check. Okay, then not exit su test 1 2 3. So sudo ls test 1 2 3. Okay, it works. Sudo mkdir t1. Yeah, it's working. So now exit. So what I will do, let me take this ssh test at the rate ip test 1 2 3. Logged in. That's it. See, for Linux, it's very simple, right? Let me add the methods here. Um, Password authentication for Linux instance. create user by using sudo add user name, then set the password for newly created user. See, it won't prompt you similarly like Ubuntu. In Ubuntu, if you're running that command, immediately it will ask you for the password, right? Remember, if you create any user, immediately it will ask for the password, and almost it will ask for few details also. For single command itself, we can create a complete user, but here all the commands are, you have to run it manually. Then sudo password for user, newly created user. Okay, once it's set, then sudo vi etc/ssh/ssh d underscore config, or here um, password. Okay, sudo vi/etc/ssh/ssh d config test 1 2 3. Search for password authentication. Yeah, it should be no first. Okay, then fourth, sudo service sshd restart, then try login. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Understood everyone? In Linux, only these changes, nothing else. But in Ubuntu, three changes. Okay, each flavor will have its own different configurations.
Sir, same it will go with the server copy, sir. Like in the sense, we'll give slash Ubuntu. So if you are using EC2 user, so Linux, we should change there.
Yeah, definitely. See, users is depending upon the flavors of Linux, right? So which user you configured, which user you are using as a default, that username. That's why I always mention, right? The username will differ on the different flavors of Linux.
Yes, sir.
For Linux EC2 user, if you are using CentOS, that will be CentOS user. Okay, each flavors of Linux is different, so that's why you can create your in any of the server. Whenever you are creating any user, make it as a creation, create your own user, so that it will be a same user for all the instance, right? For example, dev user, create dev user in Ubuntu also same, create dev user in Linux also same. You can use same dev
Yes.
at the rate IP.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Shall we move on to shell script?
Sir, I have two doubts related to rsync.
Hmm.
So when I try to run rsync in local, I'm getting that bash rsync command not found error. So
Yeah, because yours is
Windows.
Windows,
Okay.
it won't work. If you are running the same command inside EC2 instance, internal copy also, it will work.
Yes, sir. In another doubt was related to that. And when I run internal, I'm getting this permission denied message.
Yeah,
So
use sudo.
okay, I will try
Yeah,
this.
whenever you are getting permission denied, sudo.
Okay,
Maybe
I
you were
got.
trying to copy to a restricted folder.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to
Yeah,
try from one for directory to another directory at
yeah,
home. This one to try with sudo.
yeah,
And but SCP is working in local, sir. But only rsync I was getting
yeah.
that command not found.
SCP defaultly it will be work anyhow. That will be for remote, right? You can't use SCP for local.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we move on to next module?
Sure, sir.
What is shell script? What is script? Where you heard that script?
Movies.
Movies. Script writing. Script writer. Then what is script in general?
Set of
Story,
text file code.
story,
Whatever we write in a
Plan.
code format, we're
content.
going to call it as a script.
Come again.
Example Python script. If you use any one language to write something, that one we're going to call it as a script.
If you want to write, what you will
Text
write?
text file, code, whatever we can write in a one particular language, we're going to call. If, in example, if we wrote on the code in the Python, we're going to call it as a Python script.
Scripts means what? No, just forget this Python, forget Java. Just in generic, script means what? Why we need scripts?
The
Like
written
in
text.
Hansen,
Huh?
Handwriting.
Written text.
A plan
See,
for
written
some.
text we have in files also. Then what's the difference between files and scripts? Well, both are same.
write down.
No.
Execution of commands, sir.
Fuck the command. I am not specifically mentioning any commands or any language. Just I'm asking,
Write down. So write down.
write down.
Yeah.
What
If
is
you
meant
want,
by write down?
if you want to write something,
At the
we going
we
to.
need files, right? Why we need scripts then? We can have files. We can write anything over there, right?
Mhm.
Because file we can edit, we can modify whatever you want. You can add it. Then why scripts?
To do any specific task. But
In generic, okay, you have mentioned that okay, movies we have scripts. What they have in scripts? Why they have to return a scripts?
characters,
For
For
Story.
that,
detailing.
Hmm?
characters.
For
for detailed
detailing.
information or a perfect information.
Not exactly the information, right? Information you can. Why they want information, right? First of all, see, script
Detailing narration.
means
Detail narration.
narration.
Yeah.
Narration means okay, first scene has to be like this. Okay, at the beginning, I want to show the screen like this. After that one shot, okay, second shot will be like this. That is a series of execution, right? So first clip has to be like this, second clip has to be like this, third clip has to be like this, in the middle, before interval like this, after interval like this, climax should be like this, right? It's a series of clips over there. So he will write one after the other. Okay, first is this one, second is this one, third is this one. Okay, one after the other. If first one is finished, second one has to be started. Script means the same series of execution of the particular tasks to get the desired output. Understand? Files are different because files have any type of content. If you can copy just a text format, you can copy any type of format. It's just a file. It can't be executable, right? You can read, you can write, but you can't execute because it's a file, normal file. But scripts, it will be a executable one. You should have something over there to execute. So for that reason only we have writing a script with respect to different language, different types of commands, because commands are executable. Language will be executable. Python scripts you are writing for to get some desired output. You will write a series of language to get a fulfilled output, right? For example, I want to display you know arithmetic operation, right? So first what you will do, you will get some inputs, first input, second input, then you will do some addition, subtraction, multiplication, right? At last you are displaying the output. Addition of these two numbers is this, subtraction of this two number is this. Before that you are writing a series of executing tasks, right, to get the output, to get the desired output. What's your desired output is sum of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers. That's your output. You require that output. To do that, you are writing a script, right? Line by line. First, what you will do? Fetch the inputs or pass the inputs. Then do the operations. Then store in somewhere. Then store operational output, whatever the arithmetic operation or subtraction operation. Once it's done, you are storing somewhere. That stored value will be displayed at last. Okay. In the output section, only we are getting 12 or 15. Sum of two numbers is 12. Sum of three numbers is some random numbers, right? Only that output we are getting. We are passing input, we are getting output. Intermediately, scripts is executing. Script is taking an action to do these operations, right? Clear? That's a scripts. Understood, everyone? Any questions? Why we need scripts? We have plenty of scripts, different languages, but we will stick on to shell scripts. We don't want any type of coding here. We don't want any Python and nothing other languages because we hate the coding. So that's why maximum team members selected DevOps, right? Because most of them is selected DevOps for that reason only, because no coding. I hate coding because I am from civil background, I am from mechanical background, I am from a different background. I don't know coding at all. If it's a coding part, I won't join this course. If it's not coding, then I will join this course, right? The main reason to choose DevOps. 70% of the reason. Coding illa illa. Only we have scripts, right? But some of you already learned some languages already, maybe Java, Python. That will be helpful for, while profiling. Your profile will be more strengthened because you already know the language. But for the DevOps, it's not a mandatory. Okay, it's not a mandatory to learn Python. It's not a mandatory to learn Java because we are not the development side. We are not from the development side. We are only focusing on the automation. For the automation purpose, whatever is required, we are learning it. Okay, we will also develop something. Okay, we are also sometimes we called as a DevOps developer because we are developing some playbooks, we are developing some scripts, we are also developers, but not with respect to the languages, with respect to the scripts, with respect to the playbooks, with respect to the tools. Okay, clear? Yes. So shell script. Shell script is nothing but combining a multiple commands together to get the desired output. Second module is shell script. Okay, in the shell script, at the first, whenever we are writing the shell script, this is must. This is like a ohm. Remember, while writing exams at the first, we are writing ohm. Maybe not now, very 5 years back, 10 years back. It was, like a positive energy for the first writing any exams. First, we'll write ohm. It's like ohm for scripts. Slash bin slash bash. This we called as shebang. Okay. The first line of your shell script will be shebang. Why this shebang? Make a note of it. It invokes the bash shell. It invokes the bash shell. Bash shell means it will execute all the commands using the bash shell. Means it will execute all the commands using bash shell. What if in case if we didn't mention shebang in our script? In next line, if we didn't mention shebang at the first line of our script, all the commands will be executed in default shell of the system. Default shell which is located in the system.
Sir, can you please repeat that?
Okay, if we didn't mention shebang at the first line of our script, if we didn't mention shebang in our first line of the script, all the commands will be executed in default shell. All the commands executed in default shell. Is it covered CHSH by any chance in the command line? Changing the shell?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Okay. We do have a shell prompts in our systems. Okay. To check the default shell which is, running in our system, this is the command to check. Echo dollar shell. Echo dollar shell will show the default shell which is used in our system. Okay, this is different for different types of flavors of Linux, different types of systems. If you want to change the default to any other shells, we will use chsh bash or chsh c shell. We do have bash shell, c shell, just a shell. So many different types of shell terminals are there. Okay, C shell, bash shell, K shell. But almost in all the Linux system will have bash or sh. Let me check in my system, in my local system, which shell I'm having it as a default. How to check? Echo dollar all caps shell. See, I'm having bin/bash. That means a bash shell. Okay, this is not my local machine. This is EC2, right? Test at the rate IP. Similarly, let me check it here. Echo dollar shell. Yeah, this is Ubuntu machine. This is also a bash shell. Similarly, let me check for my local ch. Sorry, not ch. Echo dollar shell. See, it's a Z shell. That is Mac. bin/zsh. Understood? Echo dollar shell is used to check the default shell of the system. So now, what's the um, description of that shebang? If you mention that hash exclamatory /win/bash at the beginning level of our script, whatever the default shell you are having, for example, if I'm having Z shell, right? Currently, in my local system, I have Z shell, but if I write a script in the first line as a shebang, it will invoke bash shell. That means all the commands will be executed in bash. Understood? If I'm not mentioning that shebang, so it will use the default. Default means in my local system, it will use Z shell. In remote system, it will use bash. Anyhow, the default is bash itself. All the commands, whatever we have learned, this is belongs to a bash shell. So that's why whenever we are writing a script, shebang is must, because we don't want any type of fluctuations with respect to a different shell. K shell, bash shell ಅಲ್ಲಿ K shell, C shell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು commands execution differ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Not maximum, very rare. Maybe 5 to 10 commands ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ differ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ whenever we are writing any shell script, first line we are mentioning shebang. Is that clear? Remember always, okay, script ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ first line is mention ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Don't go to in depth level as to confusions adre. Just remind, and the first line will mention shebang because it will invoke bash shell. That's it. If anybody asked why shebang is required as a first line of your script, it will invoke the bash shell. What if in case if I'm not mentioning this default shell, it will be used. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಕಿ, ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಶಿಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಶಿಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Because we do have a bunch of files, right? In bunch of files, if I want to wave some files, if that file start with shebang, then it we will treat that, okay, this is a shell script. Okay, clear? And also we'll use the extension as .sh to identification purpose. Okay, ಈಗ .sh ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. You can give random name also, but for our conventions, for our identification purpose, because the scripts also located in the same folder, some files also located in the same folder to identification. By looking at the extension is .sh means it's a shell script. Okay, so let me exit. All right. Um, I will go to this machine itself. So here, let me create one script. How to create a script? I want to, write one script and execute it. How to write a script?
Create a file, sir.
That's it. Vi script one dot sh. Okay, extension I'm just providing dot sh to identify. Then what's our first line? Shebang hash exclamatory slash bin slash bash. Next line. Script andreno combination of commands. What I will do, let me just for the sake of understanding the scripts, I will just use some commands over here. Echo. This is DevOps class. Okay, this is my first line. Second command also I can mention it like this. Echo started on 8th May 2024. That's it. Okay, let me save this. Okay, I saved it. Let me check. Yeah, script is created. Now, how to execute the script? First, let me add this script. Let me add this as a script one. Script one.sh. Paste it. How to execute a scripts? We have three methods. Either you can use dot slash script name, that is script one.sh, or bash space script one.sh, or sh space script one.sh. Any method you can use it. Either any one you can select out of these three. But maximum 99% we will always use this one. Okay. So let me run dot slash script one.sh. What it's saying? Permission
Deny.
denied. What it means?
We need to give permission to execute this.
Because this file doesn't have the execute permission for any of the user, for root, for group, or for other users. So let me add execute permission. How to add execute permission?
chmod.
Chmod
U plus
66.
66. I don't want to disturb the existing permission. Just I want to add the execute permission. In that scenario,
group plus X. Yes.
no,
A
group
plus
is again different, right? In that group,
A plus
if your
sorry,
user is not
user plus X. Sorry.
A
user
plus
plus X or A plus X,
A plus
A plus
A
X.
X
plus X for
also
all
will give group other owner. Existing permission I'm not removing, okay? Just I'm
okay.
adding execute permission. Or
Script
just
dot S.
check this script. Currently it's having 664, right? You can make it as 775, right? Anything, that's up to you. Or you can just add plus X also is fine. Plus X dot X. Now if you observe LT, see, plus X means it will all for all. It will add for all, okay? Now if you observe, this will be green. Now it's executable. Script.sh. See, I'm getting the output. What I have inside that script, I have two commands, that is echo first line, echo second line. So it's displayed first line and second line. Clear? Script is nothing but combination of commands. That's it. Concatenating different commands to get the desired output. I'm executing the scripts. While executing, I have to use this method. Once it's executed, I will get the desired output. For example, if I'm having any issues inside a script, okay, let me make some error inside a script. Instead of echo, let me, by mistakenly I typed like this. Let me run the script again. See, script 1.sh line number 2, ECH command not found. But second line, it's showing the output. But in second line, you have an issue. VI script. If you go to the second line, see, this is the second line, you missed O. It will show the detailed output, detailed error. At least by looking at the error itself, error message itself, you can identify something you have missed as syntax error or some parameters you missed it. Clear? Any doubts? Writing a script, executing a script?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, little bit second script is for variables. The same script, I will make it as dynamic value pass. That is what I will do. Let me copy the same content. Variable, you all aware of it, right? Do you know the variables? Have you heard about variables?
Yes, sir.
Dynamic, static variables, global variables, local variables.
Yes.
No,
What
sir.
about others?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, how many of you don't know the variables? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 11. 11 members don't know what is variables. In your curriculum, you never heard about variables so far? ನಿಮ್ದು engineering ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು intermediate ಅಲ್ಲಿ never ever heard about variables? ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, right? Mathematics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Either M1 or M2 or in intermediate also you have maths. Definitely it should be there in maths. Variables, varies. Okay, no problem. It's like containers hold some values. What is containers? See, variables is a very simple one. Vary. It's varying. Have you heard about varying? At least temperature is
Yes, sir.
varying, right? A temperature is gradually varying from 10 to 15. That means what?
Change.
Can be changeable.
Changing. That's it. Variable means changing. It's not a fixed one, right? It's a dynamic. Dynamic means also same. Static and dynamic. The difference between static and dynamic means static means fix. One means one only, always. It won't change to two. It's a static value. For example, a equal to 10 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ a 10. It won't change at all. But dynamic means it can change anytime. Temperature is a dynamic. Morning we have one temperature, afternoon we have one temperature, evening also we have another temperature. That's a dynamic. That means it's keep on changing. Variables are nothing but it may change. It's not a fixed one. Varying. It's varying. The values are varying. That's why we called as a variables. Variables are nothing but changing. We have different types of variables. That is global, local, and
Static.
static.
Numeric.
Instance.
numeric, alphabets. Do you have alphabet variables? No,
No.
no. Just I'm kidding. Okay. So we have maximum. Okay, for our as a DevOps perspective, we should aware of global, local,
And
and
local.
static, dynamic. These four is required. Global means, as the name indicates, what? Global variables.
It can be declared anywhere, like outside the function,
Right.
inside the
So
function.
Java home means Java home will be the same, right? That's a global means in the system wise. Global means throughout your system. We'll consider as system. Global means don't think about okay worldwide. Just consider your system, your local system. We are talking about okay variables with respect to the system level. Okay, in our laptop, in our EC2 instance, just consider in your instance in your laptop, global variables are like maybe the paths. If you installing any of the softwares, you might have um, maybe very rare. Maybe if you are installing some Java and all, you are adding some paths. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು doubt. Maybe a few of the team members might have added some paths, right? Those are all like global variables. You will use like a Java home and all, like it's like a common. Local means
It will define inside the function.
defined by
Defined
the
inside the function. Inside the
Within the
function.
system.
right. So local or user defined. Sometimes we'll call it as a user defined variables or local variables. That means you are creating it. You are making it as that variable to understand to your system. Hey, take this as my home. Java home is this one. Java home equal to this value. Now onwards, you should consider Java home means this is the path. You are defining it. User defined variables that will called as user defined. You are defining it. Global means that variables already defined by the system itself. You can't change it. Okay, system already defined it. Okay, that's all. Those are all global variables. Local variables means you can define it. Clear? User defined or local, both are same. You can define it. Local variables. You can make your paths. You can make your changes. You can define like okay, a equal to 10. That means your system will understand that whenever echo a means it will always show 10 because you already defined it. A means 10. Clear? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನೀವು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸತಿನೂ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಜನರಿಕ್ most of the times we are using that values. Okay, instead of mentioning every time, for example, you are writing one script or you are writing one file. Okay, you are writing one file. In that file you want to repeat the city. Okay, for example, I am living in Bangalore. I am roaming around in Bangalore. So we were writing some article. While writing that article, every time you want to define the same name repeatedly. So again ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, instead of mentioning everywhere the same value, what you will do, you will make it as a variable. That means city equal to some name. Okay, Bangalore. Okay, you will make it as city equal to Bangalore. At the beginning level you will define. In the throughout the file, wherever you want to define the city, you are just using like variable name. Why we are using that? In the next article, okay, if you want to use that the same but you want to change the city name, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಟಿ. In that situation, again, I don't want to mention everything. I can change it on the above itself where I have defined the variable. City equal to Bangalore ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ city equal to now Some other city you can mention like Hyderabad. Now ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಿ
Yes.
ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಸ್ you will define the variable and that variable you will use it while printing some statements, right?
Yes, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಮುಗ್ದು ಒಂದು 5 to 6 years ಆಯ್ತು, right? Maybe 6 to 7 years. During that time only we won't be able to recall it. How come after 5 years? It's not possible, right? Because we are the humans, we'll forget very easily, right? We always hate the programming. C program, C++, that's our hatest subject, hatest lab, right? So nobody will remember that. Okay, now just remember variables is nothing but you can define and you can use it for multiple usage. Is that clear? For everyone, any doubts about the variables? Because next onwards all our scripts contains the variables, so that's why. No doubts? Shall we move on to next example? Okay, so here what I will do, just think that okay, class well domain will be changing. Okay, today morning I'm taking DevOps class, today evening I can take cyber security, afternoon I can take testing. Okay, this will change. What I will do, so I will make this as dynamic. Instead of mentioning a static, I will make it as dynamic, right? And also batch will starts, date also is varying. What I will do, this complete and this one I will make it as dynamic like $1 and $2. Okay, $1, $2 are variables now. Okay, first I will execute this and show the output, then we will discuss what is $1, $2 and all. Okay, so let me take this, create one more script, script 2.sh, and paste $1 and $2, chmod plus x script 2.sh. Then if I run the script 2.sh, it's showing what? This is dash class started on nothing. So it's expecting inputs. How to pass an inputs? We have mentioned $1, $2. These are called as input arguments. Okay. So input arguments $1, $2, $3, whatever the numbers we are specifying with the dollars, all are input arguments. Script 2.sh. So first let me run this. So first input arguments will be passed as after shell script name one space, see one space, then whatever the value you are mentioning that will be considered as $1. This is DevOps. Then one more space means $2. That is second input argument started on 08th May 24. Now if I run, see this one is picked up over here. $1 is replaced with DevOps. $2 is replaced with 8th May 24. Clear? So let me add it here. These are all called input arguments. If the input arguments from 1 to 9, we mention like $1, $2, $3, $4, and so on up to $9. From 10th onwards, it will be dollar flower bracket 10, comma, dollar flower bucket 11. Only this changes from 10th onwards. 10th ತನಕ ನಾವೇನ್ input arguments pass ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, max to max 3 to 4. But if you want to pass input arguments after 9th onwards, that means 10th, 11th, 12th and all, it should be like this inside flower bracket. Okay. Similarly, $1 is first input argument. $2 is second input argument. Similarly, $3 third input argument, and so on. If anybody asks any questions about, okay, for example, if I'm passing in shell script as a $9, what it represent means? What is $9?
Variable.
Ninth
Ninth
argument.
ninth
Input
input
Ninth
argument.
argument.
Okay,
Input argument.
argument. Okay, it's a variable only. Okay, input argument. Clear? $1, $2, $3. Okay, how to mention in the script, how to pass inputs to the script. Is that clear for everyone? These are all input arguments. Similarly, we do have variables. Input arguments is different, variables is different. ನೆನಪಿರ್ಲಿ. $1, $2 ಅಂತ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But inside script also we can define our variables. How? We'll see. Third script. Script 3.sh. For example, bin/bash variable 1 equal to, I can provide some names like test. I can provide some age, for example, 30. Then numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, these are all what? Variables. I'm defining variables. So if anybody asked you question like in the shell script, how you were defining a variables, what's your answer? Just observe this and tell me how you are defining a variable.
If it is a string,
Equals.
we will be entering it in double quotes.
No. In generic, you have to mention like variable name equal to
Variable name.
variable value. Okay, this is variable name equal to variable value. Double quotes and all. That depends. Okay. Now you just mention how you will mentioning your variables in shell script. Variable name equal to variable value. Remember that part. Now, okay, I have defined three variables in my script. Now I can utilize that. This is, let me edit DevOps here. This is how to retrieve the variable value, how to get this value.
Calling
So that
variable
is
name.
Variable
dollar
one.
variable
Dollar
name.
One.
variable name.
Okay. And the age is dollar age because it's a variable. Then next echo double quotes dollar numbers are even. Okay, that's it. How to define, how to retrieve. You should remember that part. Script 3.sh, insert, add, then save, chmod plus x script 3.sh. 3.sh. See, this is DevOps and the age is 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or even. Okay. How to define, how to retrieve. Defining is variable name equal to variable value. Retrieve is dollar variable name. Clear? Any doubts? Scripting.
Sir,
Three
any
scripts.
formatting is there for string and number?
String and number we will see next.
Okay.
Different values. We do have some loops. Loop techniques we have because we want to do some iterations and all, right? One by one we need to pick. In that situation, usually we will place the array of numbers more than one values we can define inside double quotes only. If you have a single value, you can mention without quotes.
Mhm.
But if you have multiple values, double quotes always. Okay. We'll see. So many examples are there. This is like very basic to understand the script. We will do some advanced level of scripts upcoming. Some realistic scripts also we do have with respect to organizational level. Why we have to write some script and what we achieved. We'll see that on the next. Okay. So far it's clear. Any questions out of these three scripts?
No, sir.
Anyone? No? Okay, now we will see one simple if loop. If statement. Anyone remember if use madidira? If statement.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is this if loop
Condition.
syntax? If
It will check the condition.
condition, then
Enter.
Else,
then it should do some
else,
action, right? Then else do some action, right? Then we have to end this loop, that is fi. If fi.
yes.
Start like this and reverse. Okay, now how to use this if in our script? Let me write another script. Script4.sh shebang. Let me add one if loop. If condition. What condition? $1. What is $1?
Create
First
variable
argument.
in the
First
First
index
first
variable.
argument.
First
Okay, don't
argument.
forget. EQ. What is EQ? Equal.
Equal.
Equal to 5. Then You can print some statements. Echo $1 is equal to 5, right? That means this condition is true. Else means false, right? Echo $1 is not
Is not equal.
5, not equal to 5, not equal to 5. Then we should end the loop. Don't forget, otherwise it will be infinite loop. Vi script 4.sh. Okay, it's a very simple if loop. If else, if andre e condition satisfy adre, run the command below whatever I have mentioned. If then, just condition, if it's true, run this. If it's false, else. It will go to the else statement. Okay. Now script 4.sh. Shall I execute this now?
Yes, sir.
Hyphen eq, unary operator expected. Why it's giving an error? Line number 2. It's expecting input, right? We haven't passed input. $1 we mentioned, but $1 is not passed here, right? Remember, $1 is first input argument. The input argument we not passed it. So let me pass 4. See, 4 is not equal to 5. If I pass 2, 2 is not equal to 5. When this condition will be true?
Y is
When
equal
we
to
pass
5.
5.
If I pass 5,
Yes.
then only the first statement is true, right? If you observe here, yeah, let me debug this script. Do you know the meaning of debug? What is debug?
Error. Identifying
Yeah.
the error and modifying it.
No, not identifying the error. Debug means you should identify line by line execution, right? Okay,
Checking.
checking. You are just observing the output. Set -x. Set -x, it will be used in our shell script to debug the shell script. Okay. ಈ ಸೆಟ್ -x ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಿಲೋ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ಆ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ತರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ನೌ. ಸಿ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ if we execute like this, we will get only one line of output, right? Now just observe, after adding this, see, first 4 is passed as a $1. 4 is equal to 5. Echo 4 is not equal to 5. So this was executed. See, 4 is not equal to 5. That's why it's displayed 4 is not equal to 5. Now if I pass 5, see, it's executed the first line because it's compared with the number of $1. This is true. That's why it's run the then statement. If this condition is true, it will run immediately then. If this condition is false, it will go to else. Clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Everyone? Is it
Sir, in the
looks
place
like
of one, can we provide the X number like $X?
$X? What $X?
Variable define, he's asking, so we can, instead of one, we can define any name.
See, any name if you provide, you have to declare that value, right? What you were saying, instead of $1, I can use some name, right? Like this.
Yeah, exactly.
But this name, somewhere it has to be declared, right? But $1, it will be picked input from the execution type. Dot slash script name space the value. That means it will give you an option to pass your values during the execution time. But if you are using like this, you have to mention name equal to 4, something like this. It's look like a kind of static. If you want to pass a different value, again you need to modify the script again and again, right? You understand? Let me show that. cvi test dot sh. Okay, let me add like this, name equal to 4. Now I passed over here echo, then instead of $1 name, here also $1 name. Okay, modified ch mode plus x test dot sh. Sorry, test dot sh dot slash test dot sh. See, you are getting 4 is not equal to 5. Now if I want to pass another value, earlier I have passed 4, now I want to pass 5. Again I need to go to script dot sh, then here I need to change it as a 5, then save again, then run this. Instead of this is the best method, right? Script 4.sh, over passing inside the script, I can pass over directly here. See, I can pass directly over here. Time
See, if
consumption, it's
I
reduced.
05 means it will execute.
05.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
will execute.
Yes, sir.
It will compare. 05 is also 5, right? But minus 5 is different, right? Minus 5 is not equal to 5 because it's a negative value. Understood? The defining the variable inside a script, defining the variable as an input argument. Okay, that's a system variable. $1, $2. You can't change it. That's what called as a global variable, input argument. Local variable is var1, test, age, whatever you want, you can define it. That's user defined variable. Here we have mentioned as a name, right? Name is our local variable. Now understood the difference between global and local.
Yes, sir.
Clear for everyone? Any doubts? Similarly, like hyphen EQ, we do have few other parameters, like we called as logical operator. I won't remember logical operator or parameter. That is first one is hyphen EQ. EQ is for equals, right? Then hyphen LT,
Less than.
LE,
Lesser than or
Equals.
Less than equal to.
hyphen GT,
Greater than.
Greater than.
greater than, then hyphen G, greater than or
Equals.
equal.
Equal.
Then any,
Not equal.
Not
Not
equal.
equal. Okay, you can use any flags. Right. Clear up to here? Any questions? Does it look like difficult or able to handle?
Bit difficult, sir.
Bit difficult. ಏನ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತದ್ದು? ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೂಪ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಟಿಲ್ ನಾವು ನೋ ಲೂಪ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿರೋ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಇಟ್, ರೈಟ್? Does it look like that much difficult?
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ?
Okay. But compared to other programming language, but scripts are very easy, right? Not that much complicated structure and all. ಈ ಜಾವಾ ಪೈಥಾನ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ looping methods, internal loops, nested loops, so many loops are there. But ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಈಸಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ 7th standard students can also able to understand this, right? ಏನಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಶಿಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್, ದೆನ್ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಕೂಡ echo commands. All the commands whatever we have learned so far, that commands only will used in our shell scripts. But extra ಬರೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ loops. If loop, while loop, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ when go for in too depth level of case and all, case loop also there. But if for while is enough to, if you want to write any script for any automation purposes, we can write by using these 3 loops. But scripts, now only I'm mentioning, nobody will ask the direct scripts. They will ask the logics, how you will think. They will just check your general knowledge, how you will think. If I give you one scenario, how will you think and how will you write the script? Okay. Anyhow, I will cover maximum 15 to 16 scripts, with the different types of methods, different types of execution methodology, with the different types of looping methodology. So that's fair enough to, understanding the script methodology to write any scripts if they ask the scenario based questions also. Anyhow, you understand the Linux commands. By using that Linux commands only, you should think and which one is the suitable command to achieve this type of requirement. Then you should think and apply it. It's like a logical one, not the direct one. Scripts ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ main logic. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್. If you want to write a script, first you should know the commands very well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I give you one small assignment? Very small, very tiny, and very easiest one. Write a script to find two biggest numbers. Biggest of two numbers. For example, if I give you 100 and 200, 200 is the big one. Your script is to analyze the input. Like I will pass the inputs during the execution. That means $1, $2. Okay. Dot slash script dot sh space 100 space 200 ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 200 is big ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು -1 -3 ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ -3 ಬಿಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ?
Okay, sir.
Which one is big? -3 is big or -1 is big?
-1.
Minus
-1.
-3 ಅಲ್ವಾ? Why
-3 is big.
-3 na -1? How many of you say -3 is big? Raise your hands. 1, 2. Only 2. Okay, how many of you say wrong answer -1 is big? Okay, maximum -1. How come -1 is big? -3 alwa. 3 is big, right? Compared to 1.
but minus symbol
Is
matters.
negative.
But
But what?
Values are negative values.
Right, negative values. What's
So
difference in
-1
negative
is
values? Hmm? -3
Zero
is
is
big.
greater than -1. So likewise.
Yeah, but in our comparison, -1 and -3, right? So -3 is big.
-1 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಹೇಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್? -1 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಲೋಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
on number line. Negative values are read from right to left closer. So -1 is
ನೆನ್ಪಿದೆಯೋ
big and
ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಐ ಆಮ್
-3 is
ನಾಟ್
small.
sure. Maybe in your primary level, maybe they have mentioned it. Just think about this one is 0, right? 0 ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ the value will be increased, right? Similarly, negative values also will decrease its value, right? For example, -1, -2 ಎಲ್ಲರ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ? -3 ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ graph to trace something, right? You will get this kind of values, right? Positive numbers bigger ಆದಷ್ಟು values bigger ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ numbers bigger ಆದಷ್ಟು values reduce ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Correct? Now which one is big? -1 or -3?
-1.
-3.
-1 ಸರ್.
Good. DevOps ಜೊತೆಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗಾದ್ರೆ. ನೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ -1 -3 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ -1 ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಬಿಗ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಗಿವ್ -1 0 to if I pass -1 and 0, it will show -1 as a big. All right. Yes, will you write the script? If I pass
Yes,
-1
sir.
and 0, it will show -1 is big. Will you write that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ನಾಳೆ ನಾನು -1 and 0 ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ -1 ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ then I will talk. Right? You all accepted -1 is big again.
0 is bigger than -1, sir.
ಸರ್ 0 is bigger ಸರ್.
That's what I'm saying, right? -1
No,
it
no.
will show the -1
But
is big,
before you
the
asked
bigger value. No. Before
-1
that,
and -3, right?
no, -1 and 0. I mentioned 2 times.
0 is big, sir. 0 will
0
come.
is big. Great. You understand the graph. Okay. Cool. Nagarjun always thinking which one is big. DevOps
0
is
is
big.
bigger.
No, DevOps is big because you will get very bigger number of CTC compared to other domain, right? So DevOps is always big. That's why you all people choose DevOps, right? Nothing else. The main agenda is to earn more money.
Yes, sir. Paisa, sir.
Nobody, you know, thinking about nation, nothing, vagera, right? First, ನನಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ.
Sir, amount
Exactly, sir.
ಬಂದಾಗ IT pay
Sir,
ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ
everyone
sir,
economy will grow now.
Sorry, even
after getting the highest CTC, we will pay the tax na. That will help for
definitely we will. We are the very prompt taxpayers, IT engineers, right? Not for the government sector. Government sector ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಬರೀ ಅದು ಇದು ಹೇಳಿ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ IT at the beginning level itself, our company will deduct our tax amount. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾನೇ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Again, we have to file it. But actual prompt ಆಗಿ taxpayers or IT engineers. So we build our nations. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗದೇನೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ more tax deductible for you all people, right? I will make it a second slab, like after 10,
yes,
right? We do have slabs, right? Old resume and new resume, do you aware
after
of it?
7.5, sir, I think.
After 7.5, yeah, minimum package will be here 12, right? For 3 years, for 5 4 years 15, for 5 years 17, for 6 years 20, for 4 years also 25, for 6 years also we make it as 30. So we are always giving more tax, right? ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಮೇನ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅದೇ ತಾನೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಯು
Exactly.
ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇವನಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು? ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅವ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್, ಇವನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್, ನನಗಿನ್ನ ಅವ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದುಡಿತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ದುಡಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅವನಿಗಿನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಾಟು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಥಾಟ್, anyhow, most of the people are working, right? At least on 50% of people are working with a different domain. Comparing with other people who is having the same level of experience, they are getting more paid, right? In the 4.5 or 5 or 7 ಇದೆ, but same level of experience, so they are getting 50. Definitely jealous ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes, because they also done the same BE. Even his percentage is 65, mine is 80 aggregate, but still he is getting more paid. Why can't I? Right? Everyone can. If you dedicate, if you hard work, I will give you a promise to get a good MNC company with a good package. 100%. Because we made it from the beginning, from the last, 5 years, huh? Okay, 5 to 6 years we are running this. Every year, multiple batches, multiple students. We are placing it. All are Bangalore location only. Almost we have covered 60 to 70% of companies. Almost our students only is present. Even if you check for Capgemini, our students is there. Accenture, yes. Wipro, yes. Bosch, yes. NTT, yes. All the companies, even TCS, everywhere we spreaded our wings. Why? Because we are giving the right domain technology, what's the current real time organization people are expecting. So that's why we are making success for every batch. Okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ sometimes they are also digging more with respect to some domains because they are expecting expectations will be different for the different organizations. We can't expect okay same level of questions will be asked in all the organizations, right? Maybe they will ask different questions also, but definitely uh, not in a 2 months or 3 months or 4 months 6 months, but will make it to place it. ನಮ್ದು ಮೇನ್ ಅಜೆಂಡಾ 100% ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. 1 ಮಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 4 ಮಂತ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಟು. That's the only expectation from our side is hard work, dedication. That's it. Whatever we are teaching, just understand that. Whatever we are saying, just learn that. That's it. Nothing else. Crack the interviews and start working. Start earning. Okay. Yes, Rakesh. I was saying something. Okay, anything else want to discuss?
Thank you for motivating, sir.
I should. I have to motivate you, right? Motivation is the big key to make it, people to start learning something new, right? Because motivation is must needed for the humans. Without motivation, no one will start a new things. If we need a new beginning, if we need something new in our life, first we have to motivate. Motivation is not only in terms of speech, in terms of actions. Jealous is also sometimes motivation, right?
Exactly.
Jealous ಪಡೋದು, it's not bad habit. I will say it's a good habit.
Healthy competitions.
Right. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರನ್ನ ತುಳಿದು ಹೋಗೋದು ಬೇಡ. You can compare it because he's also a graduated person, I am also a graduated person. How come he earning 15 lakhs of package? Why I am earning only 5 lakhs of package? What's negative on me? What's positive on his side? That we need to compare first.
Exactly, sir.
ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಏನಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಟಿಯು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಟಿಯು. Then how come the changed only you can observe the first is the domain. Okay, he is working in DevOps, I'm working in different, like a development domain. Okay, first I need to check that domain. Okay, is it a right domain? Yes, I can give you assurance because over a period of past 7 years and next upcoming, this will go high because IT is keep on revoluting, keep on changes every day, new software, new changes. Everyone is addicted to the gadgets, right? You are observing, right? So many gadgets are coming, so many softwares are coming, so many applications are coming. Why? Because humans are more attracted to the new things, new changes to their life. They want everything automated in a fingertip. That is software.
Sir, AI cannot afford the DevOps.
To operate AI, we need one human, right?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely to guide, to control. See, artificial intelligence, it's like a another chapter, right? DevOps is like another. Artificial intelligence is not only doing the automation work, it's also started programming it, right? And most of the companies already adopted AI and they got fired so many developers. Do you know what? Actually, after pandemic, the fresher hiring is got decreased more than 90%, right?
Yes, sir.
After 2020, actually, there is no mega event was conducted for the freshers because of, after pandemic, so many things got changed. ಈಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಫ್ರೆಷರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. Then how they are expecting a experienced person, right? From the past 4 to 5 years, no one got hired as a freshers. Even placements ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿವೋಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Most of the candidates are revoked. Placement ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕೂಡ ರಿವೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ತುಂಬಾನೇ. Wipro, Accenture and Capgemini, even Google got fired so many members due to because of the balancing the things, right?
Even in Amazon also, sir. Last
Everywhere, everywhere. But why we are safe? Because we are like a very tiny team. Okay, in with respect to a very big organization, if I'm comparing, we are max to max 12 to 15 members. Everyone will have the dependency, but developers will have very huge numbers, right? If you compare a very big gains like a Google, Amazon, or there at least you have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000. Even if they are hiring thousands of members, they will got onboarded in a single day, right? And also firing also same. 500,000 members immediately got fired without any reasons, because 2,000 people, if they are working, they will due to because of budget constraint and all, if any projects which is not opted during that time, what they will do, okay, out of this 2,000 members, why can't we make this work with 1,000 people? So remaining 1,000 people got fired. So this will be happening most of the times. Rescissions. Rescissions are nothing but projects allocation is not available with respect to an Indian market. So basically, the complete softwares, complete projects will be rely on on-site projects. UK, Europe, I mean Europe countries and US based projects. Most of the projects will be coming from that side. So if they stopped giving the projects over here they will start firing, because even they should have the budget, right, to give the salaries. If they don't have budget, then definitely rescission. Okay, so anyhow, that's not directly affecting to the DevOps team, so that's why nobody got fired during any kind of situations like rescission and all. Only the thing is, if you want, then only you can switch. Otherwise, if your performance is low, then only they will intimate. Otherwise, there is no chance of terminating. Okay, so always focus on your work, give your best. Then after 1 year or 2 year, if you feel that there is no appraisal and they don't recognize you, that's not the place where you want to work. Switch to another company and got you will got more hike, at least minimum 50% or sometimes 100% of hike. Okay, so that's anyhow we will learn and phase by phase before completion of the classes. What are the pros? What are the cons? How you should behave with respect to organization level and all. Anyhow, we'll conduct some workshop at the last. Maybe you aware of it or not. We have started conducting the workshop like offline workshop to groom you with respect to organizational perspective. Right from the last batch, we have started. It's like complete interactive sessions with respect to in organization level how you should behave, how the project will be assigned, how you should take care about the projects, and everything we will explain face to face at last once we finished all the classes. 2 days of workshop. Okay, Right, that's we initiated due to because of right now interviews are not completely virtual. First level of interview will be virtual. Then in some of the companies they will ask you to come to the office for the face-to-face interview. Most of the peoples are hesitate to give the interviews face-to-face interviews. So that's why we conducted last time the workshop that tremendously changed their attitude, behavioral, everything. Right now they are giving face to face interviews also. They are clearing the rounds. So we see some changes while conducting the workshop. So that's why we are planning to conduct that for every batches. It's like interactive sessions. Any questions, any doubts, we can clarify during that time as well. So it's too advanced because right now we have finished only one module. We have 15 to 16 modules. We have to just now we have started our journey. We have so many stops are there. We have to reach the destination. Right. Okay. So ಇವತ್ತು ಕತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. I'll stop it here. Already 10:14 because ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಬೈಕೊಂತಿರ್ತೀರಾ. I know your inner voice. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. You will have the breakfast, I know, but that's a good one. I'm not saying that okay without breakfast ನೀವು ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. No, not at all. So you can have, but only the thing is listen. That's it. Please listen carefully and understand the concept. If you're not understanding, let me know. Ping me or call me. So most of the times I won't respond for the calls due to because of work schedule ಬೇರೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ. Um, even I was traveling to office and all. So but WhatsApp definitely I will reply within an hour. Okay. So always try to text me. If any emergency, you can call. I will try to respond. Right? Only the main agenda is to understand everything from the scratch. Right. So tomorrow we'll continue. Tomorrow Saturday. Okay. We'll continue the class from Monday. So we'll continue the scripts. We'll try to finish the script as early as possible. Then we'll start the Git. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay, then have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.